just one of amazing amount of gratitude. To be able to have a dream and be able to take that dream through to this point is something that is just hard to put into words. And the support I've had around me and the team that I've had around me that have carried this forward in days that I couldn't have been remarkable, and the reason we're here.
So this company was founded by you in 2009. What made you think that plant-based meat would be something that would be commercially viable?
So it was the idea that if you look at how meat is actually created by running plants through an animal, if you understand the composition of meat, it's really these 5 things. It's amino acids, lipids, trace minerals, trace vitamins, and water. All of those things I just said are not exclusive to the animal. They're outside the animal. So the thought was to go right there. And if we can deliver the nutrition and the satiating experience of meat to consumers in a way that's maybe better for their bodies and better for the earth, people should come in, and they're doing it.
You priced this IPO at $25 a share. It's now opening up at $46 a share. What's your reaction?
So, we're just looking forward to keep building the business, and I think the reaction we're getting from the market is a reflection of the fact that we're highly focused on collapsing the gaps between our products and animal protein so that the consumer can have that really delicious experience. One of the things that's so exciting about going public is the consumers have built this brand with us. The voice of the consumer is in this product in so many ways. They've let us know what kind of ingredients they're comfortable with, what they're not. And sort of welcome them in now as owners of the company is a feeling that I can't describe.
You talked about it a little bit earlier that you were really excited about retail investors getting into your company. Why?
Yeah, because when you don't, so I was very blessed to have Klein & Perkins come in early, but it was still about a 3-year period before that where we didn't have investors that were institutional, so you had to go out and sell to generate revenue to run the company. So within 6 months of founding the company, I was selling in aisles of Whole Foods at universities and hospitals, and the consumer leaned in and they said, hey, we want this to work. There are very few people who don't want this to work. And so when you have that sense from the consumer that they're pulling you forward into the market, they're looking for what you're doing, they're helping you create something, I just want to be part of this.
Okay. That's your consumer experience. Talk to us about the IPO roadshow experience, the last leg of the journey that started back in 2009.
It was great. I mean, it was amazing to meet all these. Really, wow. That's incredible.
That's great.
It was amazing to meet all these great institutional investors and to be going to each city and doing it. It was a lot like, I had never joined a fraternity, but I imagine it was like being hazed. I mean, they get you in at like 2 o'clock and they get you up at 5:30 the next morning. You're going and going and going. But when you have passion for what you're doing, when you care so much what you're doing, it's easy to do.
Okay, first day of trading, obviously a big day for your company. What do you see going forward for Beyond Meat?
We're really about, right now we're only 2% household penetration. But if you think about where we are in conventional grocer, we became over the last summer, at least in our region of the country, in Southern California, the #1 selling packaged burger patty in the meat case at the nation's largest conventional grocer. We're going to build out that block so we offer consumers a variety of choice, not just burgers, not just sausage, but throughout the whole value chain. I'm really excited about that. I'm also excited about international growth, and ultimately we have a 5-year program to get really aggressive on pricing. So,
plant-based meats, they've been growing here in the U.S. about 20% last year. Where do you see the ceiling for Beyond Meat? And of course, there's a lot of competition. There's another IPO expected to launch later this year.
Sure. So we really don't focus on the plant-based meat sector as much as we focus on the meat sector itself. That's a $1.4 trillion industry with just incredible diversity and potential globally. Our goal is to become a major global protein company, right? And so this is an important step in that direction. But we want American families and families throughout the world to really keep enjoying what they're eating and just do it in a way that's a little healthier for them and maybe better for the planet.
We had really strong sales in the first quarter of this year, an operating margin. However, the company has yet to turn a profit.
Sure.
What would you say to investors? Do you see a horizon when you will turn a profit?
Yeah, I mean, it's really important to me. We're on the camera. We're on camera. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So it's just really important that ask me the question again.
Do you see a horizon when you're going to turn a profit? Last year I think you lost about $30 million.
Yeah, no, it's really about, are we investing for the long term with the business? And so we could change all of that and become profitable more quickly, but there's so much work to do in terms of in terms of the innovation we have to do, in terms of growing the supply chain, growing the production base, that it makes sense to make these investments now and reap the benefits later.
So where is the growth? You have a chicken alternative, you have a sausage alternative. Where do you see the growth?
Yeah, so we really focus on 3 different sectors. So within the meat industry themselves, so you look at beef, you look at pork, and you look at poultry. The consumer is moving most quickly away from beef and pork. They're doing that because things like the World Health Organization and others have come out with studies that suggest there may be a correlation there between high levels of those meat products and some of the diseases we have. And so that's where we're getting the most growth, and so we invest the most in that area, and that's where we're seeing a lot of activity. Now, within the marketplace itself, we're in 17,000 points of distribution in the retail space, but what's really exciting also is food service. As you start to talk to these large chains, welcoming them into the brand, they want to use the brand because they want people who maybe have stopped coming to the restaurants to come back in, and we're looking forward to working with them.